Hi, my dear students. How are you all? I wish all are doing well to be at your home. So, my dear student, still I know that you didn't get any video of English first. So, I am here with chapter number 1 and 2. First, look at your book. This is your book, Grammatics. All are having, so please keep it out. And here, contents. What are the contents? Look. Okay, so now we are going to start our first chapter, the sentence. Look at page number 5. So my dear students, from the beginning we are studying the same topic, the sentence. Everybody knows a group of words that make a sense is called a sentence. But one thing else I want to add here, that is a group of words where words are kept in a proper manner, in a proper order. It means to say subject, verb, then object or complement. Then it will make a sense. Then it will call a sentence. Okay? Understood? So basically, how many kinds of sentences we are having? 4 kinds. Which are those? Here it is written assertive, imperative, interrogative or exclamatory. Okay. So now from the beginning, whatever the text is given in the book, we will start to read. We need words to explain our thoughts so that others may understand us. What is the need of the sentence? What is the need of the words? We use the words to make the others understand what we want to say. Got it? So we have to put words in a definite order to make complete sense, as I told you in the beginning. Look at the following groups of words. Nest, trees, builds, in their birds. Are you getting the sense? Yes, you are getting, but only of the words, not of the sentence. Nest, you know, that is ghosla, and trees, build, in their birds, etc. But you don't know the proper meaning. How it will give a proper sense? Birds build their nest in trees. Here we will see this one. This one is wrong one and this one is right one. Okay. Same as English are studying we. Is it giving a sense? Again, no. It is giving a sense but not a proper or complete sense. So here it has been used. We are studying English. Now we are getting a proper sense. What the mean of this sentence? Okay. Now they make complete sense. So this is the way to understand the sentence. So now what is a group of words which make a sense? That is called a sentence, but where there all the words should be kept in a proper order. Here definition, everybody knows a sentence is a group of words that make complete sense. Already I told you so many times. Now here some points to remember. Always remember, a sentence always begins with a capital letter. It contains a subject and a predicate. It should contain words in a suitable order to convey the intent sense. It should end with a full stop where we are using a statement, with question mark where we are asking a question, or exclamation mark where we are having a sudden expression, feelings. So here kinds of sentences. There are 4 kinds of sentences: assertive, interrogative, imperative and exclamatory. Already I told you. Okay. So I hope till here you understood. Now an assertive sentence makes a statement or assertion. It ends with a full stop. How? Look here. The sun sets in the west. She is not a good singer. These are the assertive sentences. An interrogative sentence, everybody knows in interrogative sentence, usually we ask questions. What is your name? So it will end with question mark. Mind it. Have you ever finished your homework? Sorry, have you finished your homework? And question mark. So many example. What is your name? Where do you live? What are you doing? Okay. How you come to know that you are studying in sixth class? So many questions are there. An imperative sentence express a command, a request, an entreaty or wish. Most imperative sentences ends with a full stop. Open the door. It is a command. Please lend me your book. It is a request. Save us. An entreaty. Have a nice day. A wish. Okay. And usually what we are saying that shut the window, open the door, close your eyes. In school also you are getting so many commands. Stand at ease, attention, join your hands, close your eyes. Got it? Where we are not having any subject, only direct command, request, an entreaty or a wish. This is called imperative sentences. Now an exclamatory sentence expresses strong and sudden feelings such as surprise, anger, excitement or happiness. It ends with an exclamation mark. Exclamation mark is given here. You will see. This is exclamation mark. This one. Okay. So wow, what a game. What a lovely morning it is. What a beautiful flower it is. Hurrah, we won the match. Bravo, you performed well. It is bravo, sorry. Bravo, you performed well. Okay, these are sorrow, he is alas. For sorrow we use alas. Alas, exclamatory sign, he is no more. Where we are expressing our sorrow, dukh. Okay. So now some points we have to remember. Always remember, words like please and kindly are used in an imperative sentence to express request. I am repeating, words like please and kindly are used in an imperative sentence to express request. I hope this is understood by you. So can we start the exercise part? Exercise. Tick the correct option. A group of words that make complete sense is called a sentence. Here I have written sentence and tick also I put. Okay. A sentence always begins with a capital letter. A sentence always begins with a capital letter, full stop or small letter. So beginning will be with capital letter. Next, a sentence ends with a. Here, that was written a sentence ends with a full stop if the sentence is assertive. We put a question mark at the end of an. Where we put the question mark? At the end of the interrogative sentence where the question is going to be asked. Okay. An imperative sentence expresses command, statement, strong feelings. So what is? State means assertive sentence. Strong feeling means exclamatory sentence. So here what will come? Command. What a great singer Tansen was. Here this sign will help us. As well as with the help of sentence also we are coming to know that it is a sudden expression. So it is exclamatory sentence. Okay. This is done. Now come to the identify the kinds of sentences in the following. May I help you? Which question mark we are getting? So here interrogative. You can see. Second, stop laughing. No subject, direct command. So imperative. My doctor told me to take rest. This is assertive. Statement is there. please let him go. So please, we read that always remember part, there it was written. Then in imperative sentence request, or if it is there, then please and kindly will be used. So imperative. Anu, hand me your shirt. Anu is here, but don't think that this is a subject, because here in this sentence someone is asking to Anu to hand the shirt. So Anu, hand me your shirt. As I will tell you that whosoever is there, that Mohan, look at the book. So here this is command, not an statement. So this is imperative. How kind of you. Again sign we are getting, and sudden expression, so exclamatory. What a foolish man you are. Same, exclamatory. Have you solved the puzzle yet? Question mark is there, and here question is going to be asked. That's why interrogative. Okay. He stole my books. Simple statement, assertive. Respect your teachers. It is advised. So imperative. Okay, done. Now look at page number 8 here. Sentence mix up. So given below are some sentences in jumbled form. Jumbled means words are here and there. They are not putting in a chronological or in a proper order. So arrange them to make sentence with complete sense. Here first, the went the shop to boy. So we have put the words in a proper order so that we can get a proper sense. The boy went to the shop. First sentence, the boy went to the shop. Second one, he ball tennis hit the hard. So as I told you the procedure, subject, verb, then object. So what is subject? He. Then what he did? Hit. What is object? Ball. So he hit the tennis ball. How? This is adverb, hard. He hit the tennis ball hard. Very play went she early too. So it means she went to play very early. Next one. For take walk a dog the. So take the dog for a walk. Take the dog for a walk. Next, your and go finish bed homework to then. It means to say finish your homework and then go to bed. This statement usually we listen to be at your home. Okay. Whenever we are not doing the work, that time mother is calling us and saying, yo, first finish your homework and then go to bed. So, okay. Next is buy to for school going new for they are clothes shopping. So here they are going for shopping to buy. I have written here, you will see. Wait. This half part is written here. I am going to mark so that you will understand easily what is going on. Here you will see they are going for shopping to buy new clothes. Here it is written new clothes for school. Okay. Are you able to see? Then seventh one, you going movies today for hour. Question mark is given. It means we have to prepare the question. So what you will write? Are you going for movies today? Then next one. This is here. Can they swimming? Can't school, but go they to for go. So here they can go to school, but they cannot go for swimming. So I am repeating, they can go to school, but they can't go for swimming. So this is the answer to this question. Now the next exercise, what we have to do here. Read the sentences and numbers the picture. So we have to put the number according to the sentences. Eat fruits and vegetables. So 1 for A. Go swimming regularly. We have to search this picture where it is. There we will put 2. Here. M. Okay. Now the next one. Drink milk before you go to bed. Here we have to search the picture where it is drinking milk. It is here. E. This is 3. Now the next one, get up early in the morning. So where it was, get up early in the morning, we have to search. This picture is where? Here. K. Okay. Now fifth one, visit your doctor for a checkup. It is here. B part. Walk to school. This is here. C part. Don't use the computer for long hours. So this was here. J part. Use the stairs more often. Okay, ज़्यादातर stairs का use करना है. Then it is here. L. And next is eat eggs regularly. So eat eggs regularly. Here we have to search where are the eggs. Where we will get the eggs, this picture will mark here. 9th number N. Now the next, don't eat fast food. This is O. Okay. Then next is learn how to dance. This is P. She is learning dancing. Okay. Next, don't watch too much TV. Where it is? Here. Q. Sleep well. This is 13 was here. H. Go jogging every morning. So here it is upside D. Then play basketball with friends. This we have to search 15 one where it is. Here. R. Okay. Then 16. Go hiking at weekends. So this one 16 is here. I. Okay. Then next, do morning exercise. So where's the part of exercise? That also we have to search. This is 17. And the last, ride a bicycle. So here this is 18. This one is F. So this chapter is over. Okay. Now come to the chapter number 2, which is on page number 10. Subject and predicate. This is also we are studying from the 5th class. I think before that. So subject and predicate. Subject, the part which refers to the person or thing we are speaking about. It means I can say that the person who is going to perform the action. Every sentence has 2 essential parts. It is written here. We can read from here. That the subject and the predicate. The subject and the predicate may each consist of one word or many words. Subject, Neeraj reads a book. The sun rises in the east. Okay, there is no foundation that person will be the subject. Anything can be. Since every sentence has 2 parts, subject and predicate. Subject, the part which refers to the person or things we are speaking about. And predicate, the part which tells something about the subject. So here sentence is given, Neeraj reads a book. So we are understanding reads a book. But who is reading the book? Neeraj. So here we are talking about Neeraj. And what we are talking about Neeraj? That Neeraj is reading a book. So it means Reads a book is a predicate and subject Neeraj. Same as sun rises in the east. I hope you understood what is subject and predicate. As you are studying, then what are you doing? You are studying. So about you, what I came to know, that you are studying. Okay. And who is studying if I will ask? Then you. So you is subject and are studying is predicate. Okay. Always remember, in imperative sentence, the subject is left out, as go to school actually means you go to school. That is already I told in the last chapter, that in imperative sentence you will not get the subject. It will be understood. Useful tips are given, that also we will study before solving the exercises part. The subject may come at the beginning, middle or at the end of a sentence. There is no foundation that it will come in the beginning of the sentence. It can be a noun, pronoun or words doing the work of a noun. This is the most important tip. That's why I am repeating. The subject may come at the end, beginning, middle, anywhere of a sentence. And it can be a noun, pronoun or words doing the work of a noun. Don't think that a person will be there. Living, non-living, anything can be. Okay. So here, choose the correct option. The parts which refer to the person or things we speak about is called subject. Sentence, the subject you is left out, where we are not getting the subject you, that is imperative. It means command request will be, then we will not get this. Now divide each of the following sentences into subject and predicate. So here, barking dogs seldom bite. So who seldom bite? Barking dogs. So what is subject? Barking dogs. And what barking dogs do? Seldom bite. So seldom bite is predicate. I have circled the subject and underline the predicate. How you want, you can do. The little girl is playing with her toys. So here, who is playing with her toys? We are getting the question for who? Answer for the who? Yes, the little girl. So the answer is coming for who is playing with her toys, that is little girl. It means little girl is subject, and what the little girl is doing? She is playing with her toys. So is playing with her toys is a predicate. Okay. Now here, sentence number 3. The girl wearing a pink frock is my sister. Who is your sister? The girl wearing a pink frock. The answer is coming, mind it. What and who? Two things are there which we have to mind. Whatever, which is the question is, which is giving the answer to the question who, that is subject, and what? Predicate. So the girl wearing a pink frock, this is subject, and is my sister is a predicate. Now in next sentence, the man standing in the corner is a doctor. Then who is a doctor? The man standing in a corner, in the corner. And who is he? Standing, what is he in the means who is standing in the corner? So is a doctor. So is a doctor is a predicate. Same, a bad workman blames his tool. Again question, who blames his tools? Bad workman. Okay, what a bad workman do? So he blames his tools. So a bad workman is a subject and blames his tools is a predicate. Okay. Now here, add predicate to these subjects. So for these predicates you are free. We can write anything, but it should be meaningful. Swimming is a good exercise. I have written. You can write swimming is a good for health. Okay. Next, Delhi, the capital of India, is called Mini India. Delhi, the capital of India, is a big city. Delhi, the capital of India, is a crowded city. so many options you can give, whatever you want. The sun sets in the west, but here we are bound for some sentences. The sun sets in the west. His father is a teacher, is a lawyer, is a doctor. Okay, so here what I have written, his father is a teacher. Some dogs are barking. We can write something else. Some dogs are running on the road. Some dogs are fighting on the road. Okay. So whatever you want you can write, but it should be meaningful and should be, all the words should be kept in a proper order. Add subject to these predicates. Can speak English very well. So I can give you can speak English very well, I can speak English very well, Ramesh can speak English well, Geeta can speak English well, any subject. March through the town, but for marching we know that usually army will be there, so the army marched through the town. The birds fly. They played well, we played well. Okay. The thief turned and ran away. Mohan turned and ran away. As I told you, for subject and predicate you are free, but the word should be for predicate word should be kept in a proper order and subject should be proper. Now what we have to do? Match the subjects with the predicate. Christopher Columbus. So what he did? He discovered America, that is we know. So Christopher Columbus discovered America. Habit is second nature. Charity begins at home. The sun rises in the east. Prevention is better than cure. Now next, choose any two subjects and add a suitable predicate to make a complete sentence. From here 5 words are given. You can choose any 2 words and with the help of these words you can make 2 sentences. As I took 2, my grandmother always tells me good stories. Another, cricket is my favorite sports. Okay, and you can do you can take any other words if you want. Friends, the rich, school. So you can make a sentence. School is my favorite place. Okay. Friends, the rich. So many words are here. So in this way you will make the sense. I hope all understood both the chapters. In next video I will be with another chapter soon. So thank you my dear students, and stay at home, stay safe, but keep in touch of your study. Thank you. But before that we have to do the correction here. Here spelling of stay, S-T-A-Y. Okay. Done. So now stay at home, stay safe. Thank you.